What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with another episode of Ranger Ops. It's your boy Shadow King, and I'm joined by my co-host. As, as he pulls out the Gavin Infinity. Yeah, Shadow got Joe in the house. As you can see from what he has in his hand and the background we have, this episode is going to be a bit not somber because we're doing a celebration of life, but we're talking about today a true legend in the Toku universe, Kenji Ohba, Kenji-san. I mean, now Joe's our Toku guy, so I mean, just tell him, like, just in general, like, how truly legendary this man is. Talk to him, Joe.
Oh, this guy is like nuts. He is the forerunner of the entire Metal Hero franchise, starting off with Space Sheriff Gavin. He was in Battle Fever J as Battle Kenya.
Yep.
Then he returns as a whole different Sentai member in Denji Man.
Yep.
As Denji Blue. Before that,
Yep.
he's a stuntman. Before that, he was a suit actor and a stuntman. He was also president of his own stunt acting troupe, Lucky Jet, with Jet meaning John the Dreadful Troupe. Huh?
So cool. So cool.
He was in a lot of things. He was in Sister Street Fighter. He was in Gulligo 13, the film. He was Kuroda in Kamen Rider Zio. He was
Legend of the
Maki
Eight
in
Samurai.
Battle Royale 2. He was in Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Yeah, man.
His last performance was in a movie called Hilo. 2018. He was the suit actor for Android Kikaider. Kikaider 01. He was in Robot Detective, Akamazer 3. He was Aka Ranger's suit actor in Go Ranger.
Holy crap.
He was made a brief appearance in Jack Q as Hayato Kono in episode 3. He was a messenger from Space Galactic Wars. What else was this man in? He was, of course, in Space Sheriff Gavin, Space Sheriff Sharivan, Space Sheriff Scheider, Kage no Guden as Gamahachi. He was in Meldeler. He was in Sekai Ninja Sen Jiraiya as Yajiro. He appeared in Kamen Rider Black RX. He was in Hurricaneger. He was in Go Kenger. He was in Go Kaiger. He was also part of the live-action stage show for Tiger and Bunny.
So basically, the man, like I said, has been everywhere and is a true legend. Like, just that list you listed off, like, and then just reading the one I saw, it's impressive. You know, stuntman, suit actor, taking a couple side or leading roles, to getting your own leading role in a major show. Like, I can't say nothing more than he's a true legend, and he will be truly missed. You said his last performance was in 2018, so I mean he's been off the scene for a good while, and definitely deserved the rest he got. Put his work and body, for that long. I mean, the Suit Ranger for Go Red. I mean, Aka Ranger, the first Sentai Red, to go on to be in the second one as Kenya Black, and then come back and did, like, just being a part of the history of Sentai from the beginning. and then being able to play such pivotal roles, and then going on to lead one of the other franchises in Toku. Because you got Sentai, you got Kamen Rider, you got Metal Heroes, you know, and Ultraman, all four the big pillars of this superhero franchise in Japan, and to be a part of at least what 3 out of 4. I mean, did you see any Ultraman on that list? I don't think he was, but I mean,
No, he
I
was
wouldn't
not
put it
on. He
past
was
him.
not an Ultraman.
Say it again.
He was not an Ultraman.
Okay, so yeah, like being a part of 3 out of the 4, and then that's not even counting like some of the ones that aren't even talked about. Like dude, Android Kikaider. I remember watching that when I was a kid on Toonami. Like, and then that was like an updated version. Like being part of that, he was in Kikaider 01. I mean, and then Metaler, like, dude. And then of course we know that Metaler eventually became part of VR Troopers. So like, just seeing his footprint, his handprint over everything that's been part of Toku, like it's just mad respect to him, to his legacy, and just overall rest in peace, rest in power. Um, just thank you Kenji-san, thank you Kenji Ohba for everything you did, um, for the history and the legacy of Toku, of Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, of everything, man. Just thank you very much for that. You're seeing a little clip show about all his stuff on the thing screen right now. So we have a couple of options, guys. I think we're gonna run. We were gonna run Gokaiger versus Gavin. I think I'll probably do that as a separate video later. We're instead not going to do the full movie, but we are going to just go and just watch the making of, because I mean this goes into the making of the movie, and just seeing, again, as y'all know, I mean, obviously the shirt, my upcoming feature tattoo, Gokaiger is a big part of me loving Sentai. It was my second ever Sentai series to watch, and I got introduced to Gavin, to Mr. Kenji-san, because of Gokaiger. So I wouldn't even known about Metal Heroes outside of knowing about Beetleborgs and VR Troopers, if I hadn't watched this movie and learned about Gavin and all the other long history of Metal Heroes, and then being introduced to him in this movie. So yeah, I will do a separate video about that later, but let's go ahead and watch the making of, and just talk about just some general stuff that we see in the video and all that stuff. And
the other reason we're
else?
probably not doing the full movie is Toei may not go after this video for the making of like they would the movie.
That is also true. We're still trying to figure out ways around that.
Even though Toei official did put out Space Sheriff Gavin the movie on the official Toei YouTube channel.
Right. And they still might find a way to be like, oh no, we can put it out, but you can't. Yeah, we'll figure a way around it. We'll get a chance to talk about it soon. Before we do get into that, brother, is there any Toku, any Ranger, anything, any news that you've heard in the recent weeks that you want to talk about or mention? Anything Kamen Rider related, Ultraman?
I mean, not really Kamen Rider related. Zets is doing really well in America, but not so great in Japan, and I think it's just
really
because kids are just not connecting to it the way we are in America. Because like Zets is more old school Kamen Rider, like 2000s and whatnot. Plus, like the whole. I don't know how caught up you are with Zets before I say anything. Yeah, it's going to be really hard for me to say some stuff then. So, so like big shakeup in episode 24. The final form just got debuted. It has very heavy inspiration from Ultimate Form Kuga. In terms of the suit design. So there's that, but like the toy sales are okay, but they're not spectacular. But then again, as I just said earlier, Zets is not really resonating with Japanese kids, but it is resonating with older people like our age in terms of audience numbers internationally. Gavin is getting ready to come to an end soon. apparently we're going to go into season 2, which is going to be Grandhorn. And then we are looking at what is possibly season 3, which is Super Gavin. Where if you go to TOKU Collectibles, you can already see the power up, which is a train attachment for this thing that turns this thing into a giant purple, gold, black, and silver shotgun.
I haven't watched since I think the 3rd episode. Cause I want to let it build up for a while, so I can just go do a binge, which I need to do soon. I hear it's really, really good. So
that is the other thing is we finally know who Gavin Death's actor is, and it is tokusatsu actor Rei Fujita, who, if you don't know, is from originally got his start in Kamen Rider Fives as the Dragon Orphanok and the first user of the Delta Driver. And then he returned to prominence in other things, but most notably, he was Rei in Garo, the Silver Wolf Knight.
I really need to watch Garo, man. Like, I know bits and pieces of it, but I've never sat and just watched it.
Which is so weird because it has two things you love: Toku Sensei and booty. So, like,
you're right. Like, how have I not sit there? It is the more adult of the Toku.
It is not the more adult. It is the adult.
Well, there you go. You know what? That might have to be an episode soon. Because
I mean,
if we can get around the whole watching folks.
Fights in Gozuger was when they got the actor that was the original Garo actor to come and do the Ring Warrior for Deca Ranger. We did that small brief fight.
That fight was so good. Now I remember because that's why they had him had the ring. I remember now. That's right. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean,
1 second, Gavin. Gavin.
So while he's doing that, as far as Power Ranger news, there is no new news. We still online to get a reboot, but we haven't heard anything about it outside that we are getting one. Ranger Spot was this past weekend, and hope everyone who went had a great time. Would have loved to have been there with you, but there's always next year, and then of course, whoever I meet up at Indian conventions later on this year. Be on the lookout because not just here at Ranger Stuff, but also the other podcasts on the Mass. We are working on, putting together like little events and live shows at conventions. It's all part of my new little rebrand. I've been going to conventions. We've been going to conventions for well over a decade more now. And now that we have this, this platform and everything, we want to be do what?
So put an S on that. Decades.
Yeah, decades. Yeah. But we want to be able to, do more with the show, do more live stuff, and just have a good time talking about the stuff that we talk about on here, live and in person with you guys at these shows. So, if you're watching this and you see us at a show, or just stay tuned to our social media channels, Shadow Creatives, Shadow King Cosplay, Joe Italian last name. Follow those, and they'll be in the links below. And just stay tuned. We're going to try to at least do some either in the later half of this year. If not, we'll plan it out, make it the biggest, bangiest, showiest thing. I don't know why I said I was thinking banger after banger, but that's wrestling.
We got gals next week, right?
Yeah, but I'll have to tell you about that after we get that.
Group chat.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway. So yeah, we are planning. Me, Joe, me, and Nick. We're talking. We're making ideas. We're planning on what we can do to bring shows live to these conventions and do full episodes at these shows. You want that? Follow us, subscribe, do the big thing. But let's go ahead. We're going to hop into the making of Gavin versus Gokaiger and just talk about some of the stuff that we see along the way. Again, can't be stated enough. Kenji-san, Kenji Ohba, rest in peace, rest in power. thank you for everything you did for Toku Satu. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. All right, let's it's right here. That's not it. That's the wrong. Yep, that's the actual movie. We want something else. Nope, that's the video game. We'll do that a little later. Here we go. All right. Show this one and booyah. I moved it. There we go. There we are. So there's no audio, obviously, for this clip.
Well, I don't think there is right now because it's like the ukulele version of Gokaiger.
Jesus Christ! This is. You see that? You see Gokai Green each. Okay,
I mean, that's stunt work.
Yeah, it's really good stunt work. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's start over. All right, this is the making of Gokaiger versus Gavin, 2012 movie. You got a solid Gokai change. I love the joke they made in this, where they show like how fast they actually transform instead of just the actual, the showiness of it. God, the Gokaiger shoes will always just look so iconic. Jeez. Hey, he ate that up. Yes, this is the first time.
The question I have now is oh yeah, I forgot. This is also the first appearance of Go Buster.
Yeah, so like, I'm pretty sure I saw this movie after. I mean, Go Buster had already, I think, come out of this film. I saw it later. I watched all of Gokaiger, but I definitely saw this movie. This was the first time I met Gavin and got into sweet daughter. But yeah, so we're just gonna talk about some different stuff while they're going. Obviously, we can't really show. We listen to the sound, so I don't want to get anything. But this movie came out in 2012. Okay, so we got some sound. I'll go ahead and mute it so we can just talk.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We may want to mute it.
Yeah. So yeah, Kazugo Sentai, Gokaiger versus Space Chef Gavin. The movie came out in 2012. God, that's so long ago. January. You say 14 years?
Many moons.
Many moons ago. So January 21st, 2012. Of course, features the cast of both Gokaiger and Gavin. And it was definitely something special because not only did Kenji Ohba portray, his role from Gavin, the main character, he also brought back both his roles from Baltimore J and Denji Man. And of course, we get that at the end where they showcase all three of them henching, which I later come to find out that was a callback to something they did in Metal Heroes, where when I think it was a movie where Gavin, Scheider, and Sherivan all teamed up. That's the silver, the red, and the blue Gavin armors. They all teamed up, and at the end of the movie, there was like a sentient spirit or the spirit of the earth or whatever. It was like, hey, I'm talking to you from out of nowhere. The kids of the world haven't seen the three of you transform yet. Do it for the kids. And they said, all right, bet. And they did it. And, they did the poses and everything. So this was a callback to that in this movie where it features every character, not every character, obviously, but his most popular characters that Kenji Ohba portrayed. And they all henshin together, which is the clip that I used for the initial tribute on my Instagram page. The week that Kenji-san passed away. But so I really liked I had a chance to see that. Like I said, Gokaiger was my second ever Sentai. It was Shinkenja first, then I ended up watching. I skipped Goseiger. I think I watched either the movie first, which is Goseiger versus Gokaiger, or it's been so long since I've done it. But since then, that's what essentially got me into uh, heavily more than Sentai. Of course, I'm the big Power Ranger guy. Been A1 since day one, 1983. Knew that it was from Japan, but had never watched it until then. So then, of course, down the line, I watched this movie and got introduced to Gavin, the whole Space Sheriff franchise and everything. I think at that point, they hadn't reached their anniversary yet, right? It was 2012, and I think 2013 was the actual 30th anniversary of Metal Heroes.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
2012 was the 35th anniversary. Because remember, Go Buster's the 36th Sentai.
No. I mean, of Metal Heroes. So yeah, so no, it was
Oh, no.
yeah, it was the 30th. So 2012 was the 30th anniversary of Gavin and Metal Heroes, and the 31st anniversary was of Sentai was of course Gokaiger in 2011. So it's a year later. So 35th
okay.
anniversary for Sentai 2011, and Gavin was 2012, which was the 30th anniversary.
Yeah,
So
you're right. You're right.
that's why they did the whole team up. Which honestly, the movie itself is so much fun. Obviously, it's after Joe joined. Not Joe. That's you. You're Joe. Guy joined the team, and so he's
We're probably not
fully
going to
part
say
of
too
it.
much
So
about Guy as much as we want to just nowadays because of current
yeah,
circumstances. So,
yeah.
is this before her and Reg got married, or are they at least engaged at this point? I forgot.
I don't. I don't know. I forgot when they actually got engaged. I know it was a
I
bit
know
after.
they're parents now.
Huh?
I know they're parents now.
Oh, yeah! Congratulations to them. I like the interaction with them from the last movie we watched, which was the Strongest Battle movie, because he got all nervous and stuff. They got, huh? There's really not any history about that. Uh, huh? I will have to look up later. But
Thanks
I
for
think it was after.
having
It was a year after Go Kaiser went off the air, so pretty sure they hadn't gotten engaged yet. But it might have been close to. Who knows? But yeah, no. So this movie featured obviously Go Kaiser's just sitting there chilling, and then they're shot at. Like they're just sitting there, like, hey, we're just chilling. We're pirates. We're having a good time, and they're just getting attacked just out of nowhere, just getting popped by the giant dragon ship of Gavin. And then they end up meeting him. He arrests them, and it's some shicey stuff going on behind the scene. Obviously, eventually they team up, and the fight scenes in this movie, like again, and like you said earlier, the top tier stunt work. I know he had a hand in that. Obviously, the stunt work in Japan is just top notch anyway. But some of my favorite fights from Gokaiger are from this movie, and of course the definite team up with Gavin at the end, pure perfection. Loved it. What were your thoughts on this movie, Joe?
It was fine. I was looking back on it. I was more excited back then than I was now. I was much more excited for the Gavin stuff than I was the Gokaiger stuff. But like the glamour on Gokaiger just kind of worn off on me over the years. Like it's still really good. Don't get me wrong, but like at this point, I've seen so much. I'm just like, it's fine. And I know this is probably sacrilege to a lot of people, but your taste just change the more you watch, the more you age. So, like, still, I would probably put Geki Ranger above Gokaiger for me. But then again, I'm a huge martial arts fan, and that thing's a love letter to a lot of Hong Kong films. So, I mean, this is fine. This is still good. This is still solid. This is also, strangely, the prequel to the Space Sheriff Gavin movie, where it introduces Gavin G and Itsuki. This is just like Kenji Ohba's last time officially as like the main Gavin.
Yeah.
Before we get Gavin G that appears in Go Busters. Or what do they call him in Power Rangers? Inspector
Captain
Chaku?
Captain Chaku.
Captain Chaku.
Captain Chaku.
I don't know why they did that. They could have just.
Man, look, Gavin's right there. It's a cool name, like just Captain
Well,
Gavin
it could
or
be a
something.
licensing thing. They just may not have a license to use Chaku
True.
or Gavin.
Honestly, so I kind of wish we had gotten more of uh, Chaku in Beast Morphers. Obviously, I see why we didn't. But if they had done it right, that could have been a backdoor to a different show. Obviously, Hasbro wasn't really too feeling or thinking
Well,
about that.
here's
But
the problem with doing a show for Space Sheriff Gavin. See, they need these things called toys and
yeah,
transformation
yeah.
items. And Gavin, until now,
Now,
had really no toys outside of a sword or a helmet.
I hate how so much
Or the UFO dragon. And then that's
or
it.
I hate how so much of Toku revolves around the toy sale, the toy and Power Rangers in general. Power Rangers, I mean, Toku Power Rangers. It's all just one big toy commercial, pretty much.
Well,
Buy this
also,
collection of keys and figurines.
Japan's also a little bit different because it's not only the toy sales, it's the live shows. Because remember,
That's
they
true.
still do like mall tours and festivals and
Yeah,
stage shows.
yeah,
We
they
don't
do.
do that because we don't have malls half as much as we used to anymore. Even though
Nope.
Ultraman is doing stage shows in America.
Wait, huh?
In the year of our Lord, 2026, there are Ultraman stage shows in America.
I'm sorry. Hang on. What? When? Where? Why? And how can I get there?
How do you not know about this? What's wrong with you?
I work for a living. You know this.
I work for a living too, and I know this.
Yeah, I know.
I know Johnny Young Bosch does voice work on him too because Ultraman Blazar makes
Oh my
appearances.
god. Of course he does. God, shout out to JYB, man. Like
You're one
probably
step
one of
away from
the
being the god of Super Tokusatsu. All you got to do is voice.
yeah, no, like literally he is probably one of the most successful actors to come from Power Rangers. And it's all because of his amazing voice work. I mean,
He is honestly, in my opinion, and again, this is one of those things that it's going to be blasphemy. My opinion, he has gone leaps and above beyond JDF. Like,
oh, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, and this is definitely be a topic for a different episode. But
why Johnny Young
JYB,
Bosch better than Jason David Frank?
you about to have a you about to have the whole community be like, "What you say?" But honestly, I mean, honestly, some people in the community definitely would highly agree. Um, would have loved to have definitely seen more from not just JDF, but all the other actors getting. I mean, obviously we had Amy Jo was in Flashpoint. Obviously, I saw her first out of Power Rangers as Susie freaking Q. That was a whole thing with Disney. But yeah, like it was
Wasn't she
such a
Gilmore Girls or New
switch
Girl?
off.
One of the two.
Yeah, so like she had a solid career.
Oh no, she was
But I
in
mean
Felicity.
like, and I know Erin Cahill is an amazing actress outside of it, but like as far as just full finding, oh obviously um, our boy Dan Southworth, he's right there with JYB. He's right there with Johnny. With voice work and acting and movie stuff and everything. Battle Drone. He played Kenshi in the Mortal Kombat like series they did. So
And
yeah.
he's
So
also
but
mildly grumpy Blue Daddy in Devil May Cry.
he did.
Who's
He
also
did.
the dad of Johnny Young Bosch, who voices Nero.
Yeah. So but yeah, JYB itself. One of the most successful actors to come out of Power Rangers. I'm proud of him. Proud of all of them for what they're doing. Again, would have loved to hang out more this past weekend. Back on this side of Toku, just I think we
Cameraman
split.
in the air to watch do these fight sequences.
Yeah, no man. God, just seeing this, just oh, okay. I see with the slide. Um, God, just seeing this reminds me how piss poor Super Mega Force was. I'm so mad. Well, okay, so while we're talking about that, before while we're watching this amazing stunt work happen, um,
Did he do a front flip
why?
up the stairs without any assistance?
Jesus Christ, yeah. Like, what can I? No, I can't do flips. I'm fat. Oh, she okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, see, that's a cute little the thing. She did the jump and then went up, went down. Uh, heck yeah. Now I mean, that visibility in those helmets is probably just not even.
Well, I mean, the suit team they got on Toei, and shout out to John Constantine. Uh, Not that one. Literally, somebody I used to work with when I wrote for Henshin Justice Unlimited. He is now a stuntman. You've seen him in official commentary things. He was one of the two American bodyguards to in Kamen Rider. What was the Fox one? I just can't think of it off the top of my head.
Uh, that's the battle royale one, right?
Yes, that is the Battle Royale one.
It's not. No, Gates is on now. This was
No,
Zet.
Gates.
No,
It
it
is
was Gates. Okay,
Conrad.
Gates and Zet. I kind of keep Gates and Zet's a little bit confused sometimes. So Zet is
Yes,
on now.
he is
Gates
a
was the Fox one.
actor for Tokusatsu, and he did to appear as one of the two American bodyguards to the female Kamen Rider in Kamen Rider Geek. So, shout out to John. Doing work we wish we could do that our bodies are just like, now what the hell's wrong with you? Why do you think I could do that?
Yeah, no. And that being said, so I obviously want to be a ranger, actor, martial arts, all this stuff. Now can't do it, but I can write and I can edit and I can make a story out of this thing that I love. And so Joe knows this, which I do want to do a video just diving into it wholeheartedly. But I have been working on writing for a very long time.
I
My
forgot that
own
these guys were
version.
in the movie too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, right. My own version, my own universe of Power Rangers. Basically answering some questions that whenever answered, or just like making a little bit more stuff make sense. Like one of the things that I do in my universe, in my show or my universe, is instead of having the Turbo Team like switch out mid-season, um, Diva Talks, her sacrifice to Malagor isn't just Kim or Jason; it's all the Rangers who have come before. So the Zeo, my Morphin team, all of them, and this new team, TJ, Carlos, Cassie, Justin, they're chosen like like most teams are. They're chosen. Uh, Actually, I make a hint to that system in Megaforce, where it's just like a random bunch of panels choosing people to fight. I make a note to that, a nod, but not. It's not that same system. But there's a nod to that, and these people are chosen. Obviously, they have some interaction with the team beforehand, which is why they are chosen. And of course, Justin is just there. Cause I can't not have the 12-year-old because it's just a big part of Power Ranger lore. But they're chosen to get the turbo powers and go save the Rangers. So instead of just like a turbo team fighting Malagor, you have this big crossover like movie with this brand new spanking team teaming up with the only other team that would have their powers at that point, which is CO. So it's kind of like my version of Car Ranger versus R Ranger. And that's one thing I do with my universe is try to make movies out of what stuff we never got. We never got to see a full actual final battle with Lord Zed or Rita. So I made that a movie. I bring stuff in from the comics. Joe knows this because Joe loves for the last 10 years almost. Hey, there's something new. You gotta change the whole story now. Hey, there's something new. Change the whole story now. I'm like, Joe, leave me alone.
It's not my fault.
Like, dang it, Joe, I know it, and I got through the whole thing. But I take stuff from the comics, the shows, behind the scenes stuff that ideas that were thought of but they never did, and
And then they do it.
I do it. I bring it to life, and my goal with that is, which look, my whole thing with YouTube right now. I don't do trends. I'm not a trendsetter. I don't. I just want to be able to tell my stories and do the stuff that I want to talk about. And in doing that, obviously, my work schedule is a whole heap of a whole mess. So doing podcasts like this is what, once a month now, maybe. It depends on how our schedule works. And I want to take the time that I have to write, edit, and create these stories, and bring them to life. So kind of my own version of what if or all that stuff. And so I have these videos. I have the ideas. I've been working on them for a while now. I am so very much close to finalizing and putting some stuff out. I am focusing a lot on Dragon Ball this year, but by the end of this year, there should be a solid teaser, which it'll be probably like half an episode maybe, but a solid teaser of what I would want to do for my Power Rangers story and everything. And basically, what I'll do with the YouTube portion of it is tell stories that were hinted at but not ever shown. Case in point, perfect example, and then I'll end it off here. We'll talk more about TOKU. But in the Lost Galaxy and In Space crossover, now mind you, this is a writing thing to fix an issue that they had to fix because an actress couldn't, or they didn't want to pay the actress the right amount, and she left, and they couldn't do what they wanted to do, which is make her the new Ranger. So the Space Rangers are in full uniform before they leave back to Earth. And Andros tells Cassie, "Hey, I know you want to stay and honor Kendricks, but Kendricks wants you to keep fighting on." And
Who
our
does
mission,
at that time?
huh?
No, I'm just watching the stunts work. Like
Oh
I
yeah,
know he's significantly younger because this is 2012. So
oh yeah. He's
uh,
way younger. So, but yeah, and Cassie and Andros was like, "Hey, we have our own mission to, we have our own mission to continue." And so, you know, I want to tell that story. What is that mission? What were y'all doing? Y'all just saved the universe. What are y'all doing on the mission? And so, just stories like that, because obviously, stuff you don't really think about. The United Alliance of Evil, and like I said, I plan on unpacking this in a video later on down the line. But real quick, the the United Alliance of Evil, led by Dark Spectre, in the regular canon, have been warring with the forces of light for a millennia, like long time. All the villains, most of the villains, some of the older heroes like Zordon, they're like well over 10,000 thousands of years old. They've been fighting for eons almost. So in that, when you destroy the bad guys, literally vaporize them and turn them to dust, what do you do with the planets they control? With the people that they've enslaved? Some people might have taken it like, okay, well, I serve the big bad guys. I'm whatever. What do you do with the people who have been enslaved and the planets that have been conquered and pillared? So that's a part of the story I want to tell. Is some Rangers, like Gold, Andros, Zane, stuff like that, sent on missions to check on these planets, and what shenanigans do they get into? Because yeah, you vaporize a good chunk of the bad forces, but obviously evil never stays dead. We know this. Zordon's like, okay, cool. All the evil active right now, clean your dust. But the next 30 years, y'all can handle it, right, Rangers? You got it. Cool. Bye. I'm gone. So yeah. So all that to say, there's some more stuff coming. Creatively, and I hope you guys stay tuned and watch that and watch the hard work that we put into it. Going back to what we're watching now is
the fight
I'm
sequence
loving
Gavin and the enemy version of the Gavin.
Yeah, I think it was it Robot? No, it's not. Hang on, I have it right here. It is it says the name right here. Where is it? No, it's not Dawn. It's not Dawn Horror. That's
No, that's the main bad guy.
That's his.
Gavin.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Nope. Huh. Okay, I can't find the name, but yeah, it's a bad guy. Which I really like the armor for that too. I mean, obviously they had to. Do you think they just what spit shine the armor and or did they create like a new set from what the original armor was? Because at this point, what Metal Heroes have been off the air for a while now, right?
Metal Heroes went off the air, started in 80. Started in 82 and
Yeah.
went to 2000.
Oh yeah, so 12 solid years they've been off the air. So do you think they had to, make a new set of armor? I mean, obviously, I'm sure they did because it still looks the same, but it looks new compared to what we
Oh
saw.
no, there's two different armors for Gavin. There's the fight armor, and then there's the like show off armor. And
Yeah,
now that was back in the day. Nowadays they have probably much durable, shinier plastics that don't scuff as easily, which is probably what he's in. And now they're
yeah.
doing the
It looks,
nighttime stuff for all the glowing effects. Because that's a
yeah,
different Gavin helmet altogether.
it looks so good.
And then the enemy guy, that's just a different suit of armor made for the movie in general.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, just looking how good it is, and of course they would make a newer armor for Gavin Type G, which if you really look at them both side by side, you can tell the slight differences. Um, and that's, I mean, obviously, I kind of want to watch that one now. It's so much I want to watch, dude. So much I want to like just go into, and I probably will. Right now, I know I want to catch up on Gavin Infinity because I really enjoyed what they were doing at the beginning, so I want to catch up on that. So, but yeah, no. Right now, just this movie itself was just really a lot of fun to me. Obviously, Gokaigen itself, the whole concept of hi, we're pirates, we do whatever we want, but we're also sticking around to protect the Earth from these idiotic alien guys because we want to, while we're also looking for our greatest treasure. And they just didn't care. They cared, but they show the standard like, oh yeah, we're just here, we're chilling. If we gotta fight, we'll fight, whatever. And that made them just so cool to me at the time. Obviously, that's what made them so popular. They were just so different from your traditional Sentai team. Especially, it was such a wild juxtaposition coming off of watching Shinkenger, this honor bound, they're all so just dedicated to their leader and truly steeped in samurai tradition and everything. To my next one, just oh hey yeah, we're pirates, we'll pop a gat, shoot you real quick, and smack a kid for trying to steal my stuff. Then here, kid, use this. You can win, you can keep it. Just stuff like it. Just such a different juxtaposition to where it made it so unique and so popular. Um, After this, going down the list. So after this movie, which came out in 2012, obviously, um, the next time we would see Gavin,
Is
obviously, would
later
be
that year
in
in Space Sheriff
this
Gavin the
same, the
movie.
same yeah, in the movie. He would also return in Superhero Tyson Z, and then the very last time we would see. Okay, the character's name is Gavin. His real name is Retsu Ichijoji. The last time we would see Retsu as Gavin would be Space Squad, Gavin versus Deca Ranger in 2017. So that was the last time, I believe. Yeah, that's the last time we saw Kenji-san as Gavin as Retsu. Before, I guess, after his last movie appearance in 2018, because there's no indication that he showed up anywhere else at that point. So yeah, so just getting a new wave of Gavin starting in 2012 into a movie, into a new series where he would appear, obviously alongside there, and just a couple more movies. Like even in itself, superhero ties in itself was just a fun thing to do. That's something we definitely should either talk about. We got to figure out a way to just either do we sit and watch, do we sit and talk about it. I want to do watch throughs. I've seen people do these watch throughs and everything. And like, how are y'all gonna not taking stuff down? But we're still trying to figure out a way to get this side going.
Because they put a filter over it.
Yeah, filters and flip ups. I've tried different stuff to you know to make it work before. Like this right here, I don't believe we'll get too much on. I hope not. Anyway, I'll definitely put some other music up under it to make it a little better. But overall, just seeing the great work. I wish we got stuff like this more for Power Rangers. We did eventually. Like there was some stuff we got. Like some behind the scenes stuff I know we got for like Forever Red. Obviously you can really blame not blame but like thank JDF a lot for that because whenever he came back for the series he always filmed his behind the scenes stuff when he returned. But I just wish we got more stuff like this. Do you think? And I'm gonna ask you this while we're watching. Do you think if Saban had not just borrowed the suits and everything from Sentai and actually borrowed the full concept and actually okay, yeah, I know the whole budget thing could have been a constraint, but they were making enough money to do it. Do your season, then do movies in between or stuff like that, or do your first 3 seasons of Power Rangers. You switch it up, you change it, then you start. Yeah, we got team ups, but do you think if we were doing shows, movies, 1, 2 movies, 3 movies, and then and then the next show, then returning characters like they actually paid them more and actually had them return more and just like do camp. I mean, we got solid returns in Power Rangers. We did. Like my favorite one, obviously, is Johnny Young Bosch when he came back in Always a Chance in space. Solid one. But do you think if Power Rangers had fully copied the same concept, behind the scenes, movies, you know, having actors willingly want to return and be paid and all that stuff, do you think Power Rangers would be bigger than what it already is now if they followed that same concept?
Like having summer movies and everything.
Summer movies like your team ups are your actual movies instead of like in the middle of the season.
Oh
More
no,
live stage
absolutely not.
show.
Because that's not how the American film industry or the American film industry insurance works.
Yeah,
It would get diminishing returns over continuous things because parents are not going to go continuously take their kids summer after summer after summer to one of those style of movies. Like they would have to be a full theatrical film, not like fully elongated episode. Like
oh yeah,
even right now, the reviews for Mandalorian and Grogu are just it's a really long episode. Wait till it comes on. Now, whether or not that's true, I'm not going to say if the audience in general is going to go for that because have we seen critic reviews versus audience reviews are two very wildly different things nowadays. But
yeah,
probably not. The thing that I still want to focus on is the whole Metal Hero thing because that was a whole phenomenon in and of itself.
yeah.
Because they went for like 18 years with Gavin being the forefront, and the biggest thing to them is Metal Heroes is like RoboCop.
Yeah,
It's RoboCop
yeah.
in space to the point where Jaban really was just RoboCop.
He really was. Like what? Let's see, a total of now 18 series, and
I don't
you.
want to say it's like 18.
You got Gavin, Sheridan, Scheider, Juspion, Spilbon, Meddler, Jiraiya, Gibbon,
No, it was.
Winspector, Soulbrain, Exceed Draft, Jam Person, Blue SWAT, B Fighter Kabuto, Kabutek, Robotech, and finally this year, number 18, Gavin Infinity.
Yep.
So a total of 18 full series throughout from 1982 to originally in 1998 and then coming back in 2026. Um, so yeah, I mean, just honestly, that's an episode in itself. Just going over the history of that. Shout out, this is what's his name? It's, I think it's Acrimony on YouTube. His history of Toku videos. He did Sentai itself, Power Rangers. He did Metal Heroes, Ultraman. He just recently did one on I think like the top 100 uh Toku, not just Sentai, but Toku series to watch. Period. Like, I'll send you a link. It's a really fun video, and I mean, I'll give you one guess what number one was. One guess.
Oh, what was the question? I'm sorry.
I'll give you one guess of what his number one Toku show to watch was. I,
Oh
out of a
goodness, I
hundred.
don't even know who you're talking about, honestly.
Okay, so I was saying, there's a guy on YouTube, Acrimony. He does history of videos, and he did a history of Sentai, Power Rangers, Metal Heroes, all that stuff. And he just recently did a video on the top 100 Toku series to watch before you die or whatever. And I was asking you, I was saying, give me a guess of what you think is number one out of 100 series. What do you think it is, being a Toku series?
That's so broad because I can just say Godzilla.
No, it's actually what we're watching right now. Go Catcher. Yeah, yeah. Out of 100,
Sure. Again,
and
I don't see anything wrong with Go Kaiser. It was great back in the day. It's just I'm older and my tastes have changed. That's all.
I know. So
I'm
I
not
know.
saying this is
So
bad. I'm not even saying I just like Go Kaiser. It's just I like stuff more than I do Go Kaiser.
yeah, but that's what he put as number one. But he has some solid episodes on there. You know, a lot of Kamen Rider, a lot of just solid Ultraman stuff. Like he had the full spectrum. He had Godzilla, he had Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Metal Hero, Sentai. He had it all. He even had I think Spider Man. I want to say made the top either 20 or 15. Uh, which that's a unique series in itself. So, and that's something we got to cover one day too, man. Just y'all. I love doing what we do, but our work schedules are just so ridiculous. So we want to bring you a lot of stuff. It's just right now getting stuff straight up and together is crazy. I do want to talk about this though, because this is a fun little introduction to the next Sentai after Gokaiger, which is Go Busters. And I want to watch this real quick, and then we'll talk about it because the fight scene in itself is really really fun. Um, this is the character of Bosco, really really fun villain in Gokaiger, and he tries to do some stuff in the movie, and he gets stopped by the Go Busters, and just being really cool. And I kind of wish we got a version of this or something like this in Beast Morphers, but whatever. It's still a fun series, and they're so cool. Like such unique suits. Love that. Fight scene, the stunt work is just so cool. God, see, you imagine trying to flip in that big old suit? I wonder how much that weighs.
What, his suit?
Yeah,
Bosco's monster form?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure probably pretty heavy.
And he just sitting there doing flips in it. I didn't see no wires either. That was a full flip. Um, but yeah, so like it's just there's so many things about Power Rangers that I wish we had gotten to do more that correlated with Sentai. But hey,
Of course, every time I see
not
Gokai Blue now, though, I think of the one of the sailors for one of the main characters in Godzilla -1.
yeah, he
That's
was
him.
the yeah. Yeah, he's had a really very successful run outside of Sentai, and then having him come back and what was it, Bumbunja? That was really fun.
He
Seeing him
did.
come back for that. So yeah, no. Overall, man, just a solid movie. If you get a chance, watch it. I will try to do either a review of it myself later on down the line. This movie is so much fun. This has just been uh, a chance for us to just one obviously earlier we give a lovely tribute and our respect to Kenji Ohba. Rest in peace. This movie, the behind the scenes and everything. We talked about a bunch of different stuff in this episode. Um, there is more coming. I have some mini episodes. So this is the podcast episode. We try to do mini episodes where we do solo stuff, and I have just to get some stuff rolling. I'm going to do the 5 main colors of Power Rangers and just do my top ranking of them. I do want to do some. What is it? It's not ranking. It's what's the thing where you put them in like? God, the name is escaping me right now.
Tier list?
It's not ranking. Yeah, there you go. Tier list. There you go. And I don't know what. Look, I'm sleep deprived, guys. I haven't slept all week. But yeah, I want to do some tier lists of some of the best Rangers. I'm gonna do the top. Right now, I think for Reds it's 25, but I'm just gonna do like bare minimum for like 25 to like 10, and then the top 10 will get like full descriptions and everything. But each color of the spectrum for Power Rangers will get a top list.
Gig.
Yeah.
Those are thank you flowers.
Thank you for coming back after so long. After 12 years, and here's to I think what.
He was 57 in this, and he passed away at 71.
Yeah. So because of the popularity of this, obviously they were doing more with the movie, so they celebrated the 30th anniversary, and we had a new Gavin series after that. So
that is probably the one thing, and I don't know if this is true or not, because the Gavin series is not finished. It looks like we've got another 9 or 11 episodes, because I think each season's only going to be 25 episodes long. They're doing basically an Ultraman season, so like stuff can be very high consistent production.
Yeah.
My only issue is thus far, and again, we're not finished with the series, so I can't speak to this to be truth or not, is Kenji Ohba has still not appeared in Gavin Infinity. He's mildly mentioned, like Gavin himself, but we don't know if they're talking about Itsuki Gavin or Retsu Gavin. Because Itsuki has also not made his appearance in Gavin Infinity either.
Yeah.
So, that's my only lament I have with the series at the moment, is we're more than halfway in, and neither Gavin has made an appearance, but we're also not done with the show yet. So,
yeah,
that's like my chief complaint.
Okay. I mean, it's a valid complaint.
But again, we're not done yet either. So
we're not done yet, and I think what they wanted to do was, obviously it carries the Gavin name, but they still wanted to separate themselves from what came before. Even though you can mention some stuff, I mean, that's what Power Rangers has done for a long time. They may mention some things, but
Japanese tokusatsu and American tokusatsu are very different things. They will always pay homage to something. I mean, they are when the Gavin G Ninja, who is just an homage to G Raya, the fact that he is Gavin G Raya, which is not the worst one. My favorite one is still Gavant, the ant from the multiverse that turns into a Gavin. And unlike that's a real thing.
This is all in Infinity right now?
Yes. There is an ant that turns into a Gavin. And it is not like American Power Rangers where the ant becomes humanoid and fights. No, he is literally an ant in Gavin power armor, the size of a Gavin, the size of an ant.
Oh, this is good. Okay, yeah. It's time for me to catch up.
It's called Gavin.
That's hilarious. That's funny. Well, yeah. So, coming up to the end here of the video itself and everything, and just again, thank you all for watching. If you watched along this one, we're just talking about just random stuff, Ranger stuff, Tofu stuff. Gave our tribute to a legendary actor and told you what we're working on. We're working on some stuff coming up soon. Obviously, the schedule for this show, I want to get it fully finalized, but that also means getting work schedules finalized, and that's a whole thing. But we're gonna still bring you guys stuff. I don't know. I don't know what our next full episodes are gonna be. Right now, obviously, this is a recording instead of a live show. I do want to get back to doing live shows and have more interaction. So if you are watching this, if you've been watching our show, leave comments, like, subscribe, comment, do all the good stuff. Follow us on social media, and when we do lives, come join us. Talk to us. We want to hear what you guys have to say. I am trying to push more. I've been creating more promos, more new logos, and everything to like push more of the show itself. This is one of the only things I can really do on YouTube now because of my work schedule. So I want it to succeed. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this here. That being said, I know some of the ideas I have for mini episodes. And we'll talk. I'll talk to Joe later about what some mini episodes he wants to do. He's the Toku guy. I'm the Ranger guy. Love it both. But he has, which I'm thankful to you because you've been able to teach me so much and show me some stuff. He has such a unique knowledge of more of the Toku side of this thing we love. All the history of Sentai, Kamen Rider. Joe's just that guy. Joe is that dude, and so I'm thankful for our friendship and just the knowledge you put upon me. And this guy, every year, has that not been recording it? Okay, have you? I hope my mic hasn't been out the entire time. I'd be really mad if it wasn't.
No, I hear you.
Okay. Well, because the light, that's the whole thing. But this guy every year. Oh hey, yeah, no, I got you gifts because our birthdays are both in June. And he just pulls out something Toku like every time, Joe. Every time. I'm not complaining. I greatly appreciate it, man.
I think what I'm giving you this year now.
No, don't show me the internet. No, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. I don't want it. No, I don't want to know yet. Our birthday is literally after a week next week, and we'll celebrate next week. I don't want to see what you got me.
I get all these teas.
He's still there. He says he'll give me a tease. Okay, fine. I really hope my mic was on for most of it.
That's something to do with this.
Ooh, shiny. I think my favorite. That is so cool. Hell yeah. My favorite one that he's got me ever. And he knows this because I wear it all the time. This is the morpher from Mega Ranger. Obviously, Power Rangers in space. But this is the Mega Ranger version, so the full Japanese version.
It's the memorial, right?
Yeah. This is my favorite because in space is obviously my favorite, and this is one of my favorite morphers. Out of the ones that I had as a kid, I hated that I lost this one the most because this is one of my favorite. And so when he gave me this, it was such a cherished gift, and I'm so grateful and thankful for it. So thank you, Joe.
He's not saying this, and I bet he doesn't know where the other half of it is. He's got the full battleizer too.
No, it's in there. It's up there. Should be.
I rest my case.
It's not showing in the collection, but it is.
It's somewhere. It's there. It's there. I swear to God. It's slightly off camera.
Close. It's somewhere close. I know that for a fact.
I'm pointing at it right now. You can't see what I'm pointing to, but I swear to God, it is directly where my finger is.
Oh man, but yeah. So hey, Toku fans, Ranger fans, just thank y'all for watching. If you watched this far, if you did watch this far, comment down below Gavin or RIP Gavin. Oh no, that changed. Yeah, just type in Gavin at the end. If you watch this long at the end of the video, let us know you watched the whole thing, and give us a comment, show us some love, like, subscribe the video. Minis are coming. I have theory videos. I have some top tens or whatever. They're coming, and then we'll get Joe on board with doing some more minis and stuff too. Uh, Thank you as always for watching. Any last words, Joe?
Do they? Since I'm only 5'5", does everything I do constitute as a mini?
Hey! On this show, we stand short kings. Okay, so 5'5" is five enough.
Okay, so anyways, things that I got going on. Over on Joe Italian Last Name, I just finished up streaming all of Pragmata. We are now coin tossing. Unlike most people, I feel nothing for small children. No, I do care about all people and what thing, but I'm not going to sit there and roll my eyes out at a video game.
That man just went full Anakin. Oh my god.
What? Small children are disease factories. I work in a hospital. This is a true statement. They are cherished and to be cherished and nurtured, but they are also walking petri dishes. So next up, I'm either going to be doing a very, very important game to the Gibbet crew and to Board Station, South of Midnight. Now that's on PlayStation 5 as of today. That is the Black Creole mythological Bayou game.
Yeah, I've been seeing stuff about that. Okay.
Or I may just do a standard Joe thing because I got 2 games today because they were super cheap and on sale. And do Starbites, which is the new mech RPG done by NIS. It's actually going to be a real 50-50. This is not going to be one of those, Joe's going to do Starbites. No, I'm legit will probably do South of Midnight because Tafari from Tafari TV, shout out to Tafari, did that on his stream. I'm going to see what all the hullabaloo is about. Hopefully I enjoyed every bit as much as him. Mondays, you can find me doing my independent comic book review podcast, Laser Print. It is a unofficially official or officially unofficial Laser Time community-driven podcast. I have nothing to do with the Laser Time Network. I'm just a guy who really likes the Laser Time community and group, and they used to have a comic book podcast called Kid Crisis. So now I'm picking up where they left off and keeping the books rolling. For better or for worse, Spider-Man is absolute shit right now. There's a lot of X-Men books, and DC's hitting on all cylinders, and thank God they're putting out new Miles books now because I want to read something with Spider-Man that I enjoy, and right now Miles is the only thing doing it for me. As always, you can watch me and Tafari and Will on Friday nights live for the Get Bit podcast. Which Shadow's on there once in a blue moon. And then you can find me over at Middle Tennessee Gaming. I am there Friday, Saturday, and Sundays selling you guys Pokemon cards, Magic cards, and Card Fight Vanguard. Flesh and Blood, soon to be Power World, soon to be of all things fucking Chaotix came back yesterday.
What?
How did you know?
Oh, okay. That made me feel 10 years older than I should right now.
Oh yeah, Beyblade. We are now the #1 place in all of Nashville for Beyblades. Tuesday night Beyblade tournaments. We get about 25 to 30 people every Tuesday night, man. It's nuts.
We are living in a interesting timeline right now. Chaotix is back. Beyblade is top tier. What's happening right now? What's happening?
Yeah, Chaotix officially got announced that it's coming back through Panini Press.
That's crazy. Do you think?
Yeah, I think that's everything. I mean, I'll be at GalaxyCon with the Tennessee Ghostbusters next week, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, we'll be out. We'll be out there. I was supposed to have a table, didn't get a chance to get everything going for it, but I'll still be popping out to GalaxyCon, and I have been working on a project called the Super Babes. It's exactly what it sounds like. If you just had that vision in your head, a lot of the models I work with and I shoot with, we're having them dress up as superheroes, super villains, and we're bringing you guys content to appeal to both parts of your brain, the fun cosplay part and the hot girls part. And so if that's what you like, it's something like I'm interested in, we are planning. It's supposed to be a GalaxyCon, but we are planning on debuting at conventions, photo booths. Come get shots with the girls, buy some of the content from the table, and just yeah, meet the super babes and fulfill slightly parts of your fantasies, not all of your fantasies, because we're not doing all that. You will come and be respectful, or else I will morph and end you. Anyway, also obviously I've been just getting back to work. I was doing a lot more work while I was. God, I hate how this is a correlation. Every time I lose a job, every time I get a lot more work done. Then once the job comes back, I'm struggling to put together a freaking schedule. But that is, of course, the way of life as an adult right now in this world we live in. But I'm not going to let that stop me from doing the things that I love, and I love making YouTube videos. I love the show. I love what I do, and so yeah, I am trying to work on more content for this channel. That being said, I'm going to announce it here, and it'll probably pop out on Saturday. But I am a DJ by trade. That's one of the many things that I do: DJ, photography, all that stuff. And so I'm going to do some live or recorded sets on my channel. Starting out with an R&B set tomorrow night. I'm a huge fan of an artist named Tank. Love the guy. His music is amazing. And of course, if you didn't know, I spent the better half of the last 4 years on and off working at a spicy club, a strip club. And so I'm going to base my DJ sets around that for a little bit and then probably do some more stuff later. But it will be sets of stuff that I used to play at the club while I was there, and for some of the girls that I work with and all that stuff. So I just want to be able to not relive that, but kind of still bring those vibes and just bring music and have a good time and bring some new stuff to the channel. So that is one of the newer videos that I'm working on. It's going to try to have that out by Saturday. And yeah, look forward to that. If you again are subscribed and you're watching this, thank you as always. That's Joe. I'm Shadow. And I think there could be no better way to end this episode off than with this. Go check! And that's all you get. I don't know the full thing. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As always, may the power protect you. May the force be with you. And as always, have the best day possible. Peace.
Bye bye.